Libra, welcome to your reading for July 11 to the 17th, excuse me. Let's get started here for Libra and see what messages we have. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What are the messages for Libra? Keeping in mind, this is a general reading and may not resonate for everyone. So just take the messages that do and leave the rest behind. All right, for Libra. Two of Swords flying out. That is Libra's energy. So you got a tough decision ahead, Libra. And there's the Page and the Fool, both in reverse. So this is not the week to be gossiping or listening to gossip or sort of not walking the talk. You know, just talking the talk. But you need to walk the walk too. But I feel like you're making your way towards that. We see the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck, Chariot and Strength card coming out. So there is some inner movement happening. You're using your willpower. You feel confident in yourself to overcome obstacles. But at the same time, you're struggling with a decision. So it's not so much that you feel like you can't make the decision or that you don't have the willpower to make the choice. You just don't know what to do. That's the key here. And it could be that there's sort of some talk happening. When I see that Page of Swords in reverse, it kind of makes me wonder if there's some gossip or secondhand or third-hand information that may be creating a lack of clarity for you. And I feel like there is something here, almost something from the past that wants to come back into the present. There's your Six of Cups. Behind that, we see the Death card, Libra. So it's interesting. It's almost like something from the past or something that started in the past very innocently is transforming. And I don't know if you like how it's transforming. You might not like what's coming through right now. It's not causing you to lose confidence or will. You know, like you're steadfast here. We got Leo and Cancer energy here for you. So you're definitely feeling bold and you're definitely got the will to back it up. But do you have the action? Are you willing to do what you say, Libra? That's what I'm seeing here, is that you're confident in yourself to overcome obstacles. You've got the will to overcome obstacles, but do you feel like you can make a choice right now? This Two of Swords is very interesting because you've got a tricky decision to make, and right now you're not even looking at it. Like right now you're sort of avoiding it, you're procrastinating, you're not choosing to give this choice any sort of energy right now because you're sort of in the blind. You're kind of dealing in a stalemate situation. You're at a crossroads. It feels like you're overanalyzing and overthinking, so much so that you've sort of put yourself in the quicksand. You know, where like you're not able to make heads or tails of it. And the Page of Swords sitting there in reverse, I can't help but wonder what's going on there in terms of like, what are you saying that you're not doing, or what kind of gossip are tuning into, or maybe you're talking about something too much. You might need to sort of keep your sword close to your chest, kind of like the Page does keep his sword close to his chest. It might be too early to talk about this, you know, but at the same time, it's delaying a new beginning. You could be hanging on to something from the past, as we do from time to time, because it's been around for a long time and we feel very nostalgic about it. And, you know, like I said, someone even may have tried to reconnect with you from the past. So that could be really throwing you into a place where you need to make a decision on whether or not you're going to sort of allow this to transform and be part of the present, or if it needs to stay in the past. And but I feel like seeing the Fool in reverse says that there is a new beginning possible if you want one. Like you may have sort of assumed that you understand this past situation, and then it comes back and you're like, oh, I didn't understand as much as I thought I did. And so then you've got to go back to the drawing board and sort of figure out, okay, well, how do I feel about this now that I know the truth? Maybe you were relying on gossip, or maybe you were relying on he said, she said information, and really now that this past energy is back, you're seeing it for what it is, and now you're not sure what to do. And so you could be feeling a little bit like you've analyzed this to death and now you don't know what to do now that it's happening in real life. You know what I mean? It's very interesting. I feel like you are very sure of yourself though, or you're presenting that way. Whether or not you actually feel sure of yourself, you'll have to be honest with yourself about that. But I feel like you're definitely presenting as if you're very confident, but I'm wondering if that confidence may be a mask. And I say that because I feel like if you were confident, then you would sort of feel grounded to take the blindfold off and have a look at what's really going on. But perhaps it's difficult to do because, again, that Six of Cups, makes me think that this was something you had a lot of emotional attachment to. It might have involved sort of themes of your life that even go back as far as like your childhood. And so it's like triggering you to sort of feel paralyzed because it's touching on a wound that needs to be explored more. A very interesting week for you, Libra. I think you're going to have a tricky decision to make here. Let's see what the highest guidance is. But you know what? I feel like it's going to be transformative with that Death card sort of sneaking out there behind the Six of Cups and the Chariot. Like you're needing to use your will here and your confidence to tap into taking the blindfold off and really looking at this. Let's see what the highest guidance is for you this week for Libra. Healthy communication. Isn't that interesting? I kept talking about gossip and he said, she said, and third hand, second hand information. Maybe just a healthy sit down and open dialogue, healthy conversation is what's needed. It says a heart-to-heart discussion and clear, assertive communication will help you to understand and to be understood. So perhaps if this past energy comes a-knocking, your best option is to have a very honest heart-to-heart conversation that's free of any sort of emotional reactions, and you're just, really speaking what's going on for you. And I can't help but think that sort of seeing what your intuition is saying to you about this, like instead of just relying on other people's words, having a heart to heart and also sort of looking at it from within to see what you think, what's your truth when it comes to this outside of any kind of gossip or third hand information. Very interesting. Maybe you need to have a heart to heart with yourself first. To get sort of honest with yourself about what's going on in this dynamic. Very interesting, Libra. I'm going to leave it at that for you this week. If this has resonated for you, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. If you would like a personal reading, you can find that information in the description below. And as always, I'm sending you so much love and light, my friends. Have a great week. Take care.